With the Rise of Iron out, there's new vendor weapons, and there are some good ones. Let's start off with Snape and Dead Orbit. They have a pretty good scout rifle. It is not hung jury good, but is definitely one you should check out. It has crowd control, triple tap, and extended mag. It also has perfect balance and +2 agility, but if I was rocking this gun, I would definitely go with extended mag, triple tap, and crowd control. Definitely a solid option if you really enjoy scout rifles for PvE. Definitely a very, very good option. You can kind of see a quick comparison with this in hung jury. The Keystone's more like Last Extremity. Higher impact, a little bit slower rate of fire, a little bit more range than hung jury. Dead Orbit also has a really good shotgun. The Last Ditch. This thing has rangefinder and hammer forged and quick draw on it. So if you don't have a shotgun, you don't have a party crash or a conspiracy theory, a matador, and you don't have a good roll on it, get this gun, and you can add a little bit of range, but you will lose a little bit of impact, just a tick. But this is a very good gun. Quick draw, hammer forge, and rangefinder. So if you're a shotgunner for PvP, definitely look into picking this one up. Next up, we got the Vanguard Quartermaster. This has another good scout rifle, the Angel's Advocate. It's got some good perks. Another good PvE one, reactive reload. Then you have small bore if you want to add that. Or it has explosive rounds and it has outlaw. The magazine size is pretty low. And again, it's not hung jury, but it's fast firing. This is a very fast firing scout rifle. So if you like that kind of subclass of scout rifles, you see it's faster. It's like a multi-tools speed. So if that's something you like and it has good perks for PvE, definitely check that out. You got the rocket launcher. This is decent. It has tripod, field scout, and spray and play. Granted, pretty much everybody, if they're rocking a rocket launcher, is probably going to be rocking Gallahorn, and you can increase the velocity. But this is a solid legendary rocket launcher if you don't have one, or if you like using an exotic in your special or your primary slot. This machine gun, the Bone Crucible, this thing looks pretty decent. It has crowd control, hand laid stock, quick draw, and spray and play or feeding frizzy. Definitely a solid roll for PvE or PvP. So definitely going to check out if you enjoy machine guns. And it doesn't have any stability, but it is a slow firing machine gun. So even without stability, that should be controllable. Next up, we got Lunch Meat in Future War Cult. Again, Future War Cult. They got some good stuff. They got a good fusion rifle. The weighting, it seems like they always have a pretty good fusion rifle. So if you don't have one already, this is a good fusion rifle. It's got rangefinder. You can't have perfect balance, and you can have accelerated coils, though that will drop the impact a little bit. But I mean, if you don't have the vacancy, you don't have the hitchhiker, the panty raid, if you're new to the game and maybe you like fusion rifles, this is definitely a solid fusion rifle to check out for PvP. I don't ever really rock fusion rifles in PvP, but if you're good with them and you got a good one, those things friggin' wreck. And then they also have a good scout rifle up here, and this is basically hung jury. It's got outlaw, it's got quick draw, high caliber rounds, it's got Zen moment. It doesn't have triple tap and it doesn't have firefly like hung jury, but it's gonna feel kind of the same to hung jury, and you see the stats are pretty much identical. That rate of fire, that impact, it's got a little bit more range, and it's got great stability. It has lower magazine though, but for new players, this is a very, very good PvE scout rifle. I think this would probably be the one I would pick of the 3 scouts I've shown so far, but that's just player preference. And then the hand cannon, the whale, you have firefly, you have hammer forge, and armor piercing rounds. But the only downfall is you only have 7 in the mag. You can rock hip fire. I don't know anybody would want that. And you can't have third eye over hammer forged. It's an okay hand cannon. I think there are better ones though. Next is Crucible. This hand cannon is really, really good roll. If you like hand cannons for PvP, pick this thing up. It has rifle barrel and rangefinder and spray and play. That is a great roll, and it's really, really good. It's going to be a great gun. Hand cannons have made a little bit of a comeback, and if you don't have an Isaluna, this is a very, very good alternative. So if you enjoy hand cannons in the Crucible, definitely check that out. The fusion rifle, each new day, another solid fusion rifle if you don't have one already. If you are new to the game, definitely look into this if you enjoy fusion rifles. It's got counterbalance, snapshot, unflinching. You can have hand-laid stock, but that will take some of the range away. The Crucible rocket launcher, it's got cluster bombs, field scout, and grenadier. Not sure how much cluster bombs got buffed, but it did get buffed. This is a solid PvE role. You know, I wouldn't really use this for PvP. I would use Truth or Gallahorn personally over this. I think pretty much everybody would. But again, it's a solid legendary rocket launcher if you are running a different exotic. The event Horizon, I suck at sniping, so take everything I say about snipers with a grain of salt, but it's got hidden hand. It's got Grenadier if you want Grenadier on there. It also has spray and play if you don't have gauntlets. And it has short gaze. I know short gaze, all my friends, you know, they love short gaze and they love ambush. It has short gaze on it. It has hidden hand. And it's the black spindle type impact. It's super high impact. So it's the 3 in the mag, max impact. So if you enjoy sniping in the Crucible, definitely look into that gun because it is a solid high impact sniper. Then you have the machine gun that's basically the Ruin Wake. It's just basically reskin. A lot of these guns are reskins. Then the Crucible auto rifle has hidden hand. You could have brace frame, but that drops the magazine, or rifled barrel. And it also has Eye of the Storm or spray and play. So another auto rifle to maybe check out if you like auto rifles, but I don't think it's really anything too special. And New Monarchy, and I gotta say, man, very disappointed in New Monarchy's guns. But they have the Assembly 2, which is a bullet hose. If you enjoy bullet hose assault rifles and you don't have the Doctrine, check this gun out. It has counterbalance on. It also has perfect balance, quick draw, high caliber rounds. I personally would run quick draw, but hunters, you know, you don't really need quick draw. And that's it for Future Warcold. I thought the rest of their guns friggin' sucked. So yeah, so check out those vendor guns. There are some good ones. Have a good one. See ya.